Most people think that if someone cuts everyone off, they're cold, rude, or emotionally damaged. They assume something must be wrong with them, that they're avoiding people or running from life. But what if that's not the full story? What if, instead of weakness, it's actually a sign of strength, clarity, and deep self-awareness? The truth is, not everyone who walks away is running. Some people are finally choosing themselves, after a long time of choosing everyone else, and once you understand the psychology behind it, you'll start to see it very differently. Here are the real reasons why some people cut everyone off. First, they've reached emotional exhaustion. Psychology shows that when someone goes through repeated emotional stress, like being ignored, disrespected, or constantly drained, the brain starts protecting itself. It's like an internal alarm system that says, "This is too much." At first, they try to fix things, they communicate, they give chances, they stay patient. But when nothing changes, something inside them shifts. They stop explaining, they stop reacting, and eventually, they stop showing up. Imagine someone who is always there for others. They listen, support, and care deeply. But when they need the same in return, no one is there. Over time, that imbalance becomes exhausting. So one day, they simply choose silence over struggle. This isn't them being cold. This is them protecting what little energy they have left. Second, they value their mental peace more than social approval. Research indicates that people with higher self-awareness are more likely to set strong boundaries, even if it makes them look distant or different. Most people stay in relationships because they fear being judged, rejected, or misunderstood. But people who cut others off have often reached a point where their peace matters more than opinions. For example, they might leave a group chat that feels toxic. They might stop replying to people who only reach out when they need something. They might distance themselves from constant negativity. And yes, people might call them selfish, but in reality, they're just tired of sacrificing their mental health to keep others comfortable. They understand something powerful. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to them. And once you realize that, your entire life changes. Third, they've learned from past pain. Psychology shows that painful emotional experiences shape how we approach relationships in the future. Someone who has been lied to, manipulated, or deeply hurt doesn't just forget that. At first, they might have been trusting, open, and forgiving. But after being hurt multiple times, they start to notice patterns. They become more aware of red flags. For example, they might notice when someone is inconsistent, when words don't match actions, or when respect is missing. And instead of ignoring it like they used to, they act on it. They step back early. They don't wait for things to get worse. This isn't bitterness. This is growth. It's the difference between someone who keeps touching fire and someone who finally learns not to. Fourth, they prefer deep connections over surface-level ones. Research indicates that some people are naturally wired to seek meaningful, emotionally deep relationships rather than large social circles. They don't enjoy small talk. They don't feel fulfilled by shallow interactions. They crave real understanding, real connection. So when they look around and realize that most of their relationships are surface level, they start pulling away. Not because they hate people, but because they're no longer satisfied with what feels empty. Think about it. Fifth, they're going through a personal transformation. Psychology shows that during periods of growth, people naturally distance themselves from environments that no longer align with who they're becoming. Growth changes you. Your mindset shifts, your priorities evolve, your tolerance for certain behaviors decreases. Things that once felt normal now feel draining. For example, someone who is focused on self-improvement might lose interest in gossip, drama, or negativity. They may stop engaging in conversations that don't add value to their life. And as they grow, they realize not everyone is growing with them. This can feel lonely at first, but it's also necessary because you can't become a new version of yourself while holding on to everything from your past. Sometimes cutting people off isn't about them at all. It's about making space for who you're becoming. But here's something important to remember. There's a difference between healthy distance and emotional isolation. Cutting people off should come from clarity, not anger, from self-respect, not fear. Because the goal isn't to shut the world out, it's to create space for the right people to come in. And if this message resonated with you, make sure to subscribe to MindNest Psychology for more deep insights into human behavior.